Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name's James, and today I'll be building my second LSWR engine, which is the LSWR G16, which is a rather large tank engine. But most of the work is to do with the chassis, so the only bit which you have to do with the body is basically add some railings, handrails and all that lot, add the buffers, and a few other extra little bits of detail, and also add weight where you can. But we'll pop that there. Now, most of the work is to do with the chassis itself, because it did take me a little while just to work out how to arrange the chassis. This is a Graham Paris LMS 8F chassis, the new one, and it's a fairly decent chassis. It worked perfectly well with my Southern Railway Z Class. However, for the G16, you do need to arrange it in a very particular way. And that is, well, first of all, you have to fit it back to front in a way. And to explain this is, first of all, this is the normal arrangement for the cylinder block. So the cylinder block is over here. This is the front of the engine. And the valve gear fits to number 3 drive wheels. Perfectly fine. However, for the G16, the cylinder block needed to be about an extra centimetre over this way, which doesn't work when the valve gears fit to number 3 drive wheels. However, then realised that on the G16, the valve gears fitted to number 2 drive wheel. So you just move this over here, and you fit the valve gear the opposite way around. So now, hopefully, because I haven't actually tested this out yet, all this lot to mess up with this rather nicely. I do need to build something for this to attach to. And it could probably also fit on the bottom of here. But other than that, that should work now, because all the valve gears fit to number 2. Forward is this way. Then just need to work out how to fit some pony truck, whatever they're called, the bogie trucks on the front. I mean, that's that. Also, you do need to cut down a bit of material here, which are marked in gold. Just lop that bit off, and then that should be able to sit a bit more nicely on top of here. So as you can see, that's how it's meant to look. So that is the main thing to do. It's not really too much work. It's mostly just making sure that this stays secure, which I'm probably going to be using some milliput. Got some black milliput this time, so I don't have to paint it. And yeah, just make sure that stays secure there. Lop off this so it sits a bit more nicely, and then fit the wheels on the front. And then add weight and all the other useful things as well. So that's the actual main job for this kit. It's basically fitting the valve gear backwards, because you'll be driving it backwards. Otherwise, it's just the usual 8F just going backwards. So yeah, that's the main work. Like I said, with this, it's just adding some handrails, adding some detail on the side, adding buffers, and then painting and adding a few other bits of detail here and there. And yeah, that's it really. Not too much work, but like I said, the main bit is this here. And I'm repeating myself now, because it's that important. So yeah, I'm going to get to work sorting this out. I'll be using some super glue to attach the valve gear, because there's no axle lugs for it to fit in on this side, where it is on this side. So I've had to cut off one of the bits here. So that's normally meant to look like that. So I've cut that off on both sides, and that's going to fit roughly about there. So hopefully it will look vaguely correct, which is always my hope. Anyway, I'm going to stop going round and round in circles of explaining what I'm doing, and actually get round to doing it. So I'll see you in a bit. The LSWR G16 class is a steam tank locomotive class of a 480 rearrangement. It was designed by Robert Urie and introduced in 1921 specifically for heavy shunting over humps at Feltham Marshalling Yard on the London South Western Railway. They are based on Urie's previous S15 class freight design, and apart from several periods of operating elsewhere on the LSWR and Southern Railway network, they remained at Felton for most of their operational careers. Originally, it had been intended to use them for transfer and trip workings, so superheating was provided of the easterly design. But in later years, these were replaced by monstrous pattern superheaters. This turned out to be a hindrance to the shunting activities, and most of the transfer and trip workings were assigned to the similar H16 class of 462 design. The G16 and H16 classes shared many components of the same design, such as boilers and fireboxes. The G16s, along with the T14s and H16s, were the widest standard gauge steam locomotives ever to run in Britain. Although they were tried out on other duties around the system, most of their life was spent allocated to the new shed at Feltham. The lack of maintenance for most locomotives during World War II meant that such massive and reliable machines as the G16s continued their hard work even in the very run-down condition at the time. Inevitably, the introduction of the ubiquitous 060 diesel-electric shunters at Feltham in the 1950s made the G16s redundant. They were used occasionally on empty stock and van trains from various depots such as Guildford, but these duties were limited in numbers, and further electrification in the southern region meant that there was a surplus of locomotives in the late 1950s. One G16 was drawn in 1959, another in 1960, and the final two in December 1962. Sadly, none have been preserved. Right, here we are, the G16, more or less finished on the layout, and it's looking rather nice. There is a few things which I do need to discuss about it, but yeah, it looks quite nice. It does run, and that the wheels go round, just about. Unfortunately, the valve gear, let me just zoom in. The valve gear down here, just these things, I can't remember what they are, on both sides, do tend to jam up. It may be because of the way it's currently arranged. However, that does jam up, so that does need to be sorted. And at the moment, I think the front pony truck, that's actually not all the best I can do. I have thought of another one which I can use. At the moment, I think it's actually slightly lifting the drive wheels, but I do see here does run. if it wants to know. Now my luggage, ooh, had a bit of life out of it. Yeah, as you can see, these jam up quite easily. That's not me just, there we go, see, it's not just me pushing it, it's just giving it a bit of encouragement. So yes, this one's still work in progress. As you can see, the concept is fine. The execution, however, is not. But yeah, I'm going to stop playing with it because it'll break even more than I've done it to it. But yeah, I'm just going to lift that up just so you can see. I've only hastily put the wires together, so do mind that as well. But yeah, do mind that. But yeah, I've had to create a extension to the front to basically help, well, basically there to support the cinder block, but it's also helped support everything else really. But yeah, as you can see, the front bogie is kind of just it's a B1 bogie, and I don't think that was the best one I could have gone for. I have thought of another one which I can use, which is the rear trailing wheels of the, what was it? I think it's the standard class 4MT tank engine, you know, that. Since that's a pivot one that will pivot around there, and I'll just drill a hole through there, and that should be a bit more better than this thing. And you can stand up there. I need to replace you, but yeah, that's the sachet at the moment, but it is still a work in progress. But for now, let's pop you on there. Sit nicely, thank you. Close enough. And you will sit there. But for now, it looks the part. I'm quite happy that it does look the part, considering that I can't really lower it down anymore, but that's as close as I can get, and it does mean that in time I will have a working G16, and it is available to anybody else who wants to have a go. If you do manage to sort out this, again, do let me know, because yeah, that's been an awkward bit for me. In fact, the entire chassis itself, just trying to fit it backwards, has been completely awkward. Because as I said, I had to fit it backwards, add some stronger supports. I had to move these actually further back than planned. So yes, it is a bit of a job. And that don't want to sit there nicely. There we go. But looks the part. It does have enough space for adding DCC. The rear couplings to be able to fit in that little nook down there, and it's got tons of weight in it, and I probably put too much in it, which is why it's trying to mess about. Let me see if it works like that. Nope, it's locked up, that's why. Yeah. Ooh, we had a bit of movement. Yeah, it's temperamental at best. Yeah, I'm going to stop playing with it. But yes, in theory it will work. Again, in practice I need to do some more work to it. But it's a G16 and I will love it as much as the next person. Anyway, unfortunately this is the best I can do for now. I will work on it. Do let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me just zoom out. Do let me know what you think of it. And also if you have solutions, do let me know. And I will try to fix it in the future. And also DCC it. But for now I'm not going to put DCC decoder in there because I'm going to be working on it. I'd rather it be DC. But yeah, so happy with it for now. In the future I want it to work and go around my layout. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Do let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Could I? Well, obviously I can do better. But yeah, if you didn't like it, well, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And yeah, I hope everyone takes care and all that lot. So yeah, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all again next time. I won't send us off in its way because it's not going to get very far. So yeah, take care now. Bye bye.